Can you give me some feedback? Not every note that you receive will lead to a worthwhile profile. Women write descriptions of themselves that are often idealized into what they believe men will want. Happy, fun, no drama, are just some of the major themes. It's almost as if there is a template written by Cosmo that each woman is obligated to follow. Strangely, no one of them appears to think it ironic that while they are using the text to tell a potential suitor how much fun they are to be with, no one addresses the issue of why there are no smiles in their picture. The serious pictures, particularly with sunglasses, often make me wonder why I should spend any time writing to them. So consider Mary, who wrote to me portraying herself a fun, no drama and aligned with my religious values, no sex until after marriage, she proudly proclaimed. I wondered how much fun she was with 6 non-smiling photos. As I read her profile, I saw once again a woman who was looking for a man to fit in a box. No, thanks. I thanked her for her interest, lamenting the incredible distance between us as a major obstacle. Over 3 hours, I stated that we were probably not a good match. To my surprise, Mary, oblivious of the distance, honestly wanted to know why I didn't see us together. This was too much of an opportunity to pass up. So I responded, first, I should say that this is only my perspective and that this is too small a space to be complete. I would suggest rereading your profile from a man's point of view and what he would desire at this time in his life. Would you be a comforting partner and a complement to his life? Or are you a competitor and would he be in fear of violating expectations? When you can answer what a man wants in a woman, the profile will be easy to write. Also, it appears a man needs to make a significant investment in you just to see if he will receive what he needs in life. That's quite a gamble in our world. Faith is important and it's clear your work in the church is crucial to who you are in your next relationship. However, it is the 3 of us finding our way together in our designed roles where one finds joy. I believe that the Lord took more from Adam than just a rib. It is why men and women complement and frustrate each other. Don't offer a list of do's and don'ts. Show your love, compassion and willingness to allow him to lead. This is a woman's strength and where she holds the greatest power, even for we imperfect men. Whether naive or not, I thought this feedback would be helpful. But it became apparent that just as men are from Mars and women are from Venus, we often speak 2 different languages. Mary wrote back, "Ooh, thank you so much for this feedback. So would you expound more on would you be a comforting partner and a complement to his life? Or are you a competitor and would he be in fear of violating expectations? What is the significant investment you are referring to?" I listed a number of things that I bring to a relationship, so what is the gamble? I really like your last 2 paragraphs. However, I do have a few boundaries that are deal breakers, so is that what you mean by list of do's and don'ts? I am not interested in being led by a man who has those values. But I am interested in being led by a godly man who shares my values. And by godly, I don't mean he is perfect. I certainly am not. So many imperfections can be overlooked when the basic needs of affection are met. I have no problem with someone who honestly seeks to understand how the other sex views their profile. So I responded, "You're killing me, Smalls. Lol. Question 1. How are you presenting yourself? If a man, who doesn't know you read your profile, what would he say about you? Yes, now you have homework. Remember, dating is a qualifying process. It's not uncommon in profiles to see no felons, druggies, beards, smokers, etc. My thought, emphasize fun, get more with less and you have something to talk about on the first date. Sometimes you have to kiss, or at least talk to, a few frogs to find your prince. There are no shortcuts. Finally, men understand that women view them in one of 2 ways, alphas, who they are highly attracted to and will break all the rules for, and betas, who spend their time getting friend-zoned with the hope of one day receiving a physical relationship. At our age, the type of man you are looking for, one who you are attracted to, excited by, is God-minded and successful, will likely look for you to demonstrate your ability to meet their needs. Too many men and women at this age are simply looking for a companion. Hence, the gamble on both sides. However, if your mind is set, perhaps the Apostle Paul's thoughts on the subject are a better fit. Question 2. Modern relationships are an emotional and financial gamble. The statistics lead many to give up on the idea altogether. Men want a partner as excited about them as they are about their woman. I, for example, at my age, still want a lover, confidant, and partner. I have no need for a dependent who frustrates me into marriage only to then find out her true feelings. Question 3. Yes. To put it another way, you are looking for a specific subset of men. A subset who may or may not see themselves as such. Pre-qualification sounds good in business. However, by limiting your pool of candidates, you might miss the gem you're looking for. As a woman, you know the feminine strengths you bring to a relationship. Control is at best an illusion. People only follow because of self-interest and/or love. So being controlled doesn't fit the strong-minded woman. It would be hard to imagine that a relationship got that far. I doubt that you have thought of it this way, but I was reminded of Christian feminism, a philosophy that misinterprets scripture to upend the male/female dynamic in favor of dominance. It was a primary theme in Gnostic writings that gets reintroduced every few decades. Sadly, many Christian authors have picked up on this for its feel-good message that always ends in tragic disappointment and heartache as women no longer respect the men they put in a box. Good luck to you in your search. The lesson: while the exchange went well, it is indicative of the Christian feminist mindset. She only shows her value after you are married. Men must demonstrate their ability to be attractive, provide resources and a morality without asking anything in return. Today a man has no idea what the result will be after jumping through a myriad of hoops to demonstrate that they are a worthy suitor. As the result could end up in a painful divorce and the loss of almost everything a man has accumulated over his life. The question then becomes, is she worth the risk when surveys tell us that divorces are initiated most often by the woman? The answer is, of course, no. Would you jump out of an airplane if the instructor told you that the parachute won't open 70 to 90% of the time? Men have realized that some women only view him as her golden parachute or retirement plan. Once she is all she believes she can get, she's gone. So if a woman is truly serious about attracting a man, she should discover what a man desires in a mate and demonstrate her value. Beware the woman that says men only want sex. That is the Cosmo answer that degrades men in the relationship. If she truly believes that she has no capacity for physical intimacy, it is time to move on. Because as men, we all know, sex slows down after the wedding ceremony.